Hello, good day. I'm excited to see you in this video today. It's a very new and interesting video, which I believe will be very useful, especially within the context of family globalization, new developments in micro-sociology, and new development in postmodern societies, which I think is good for us to look at, professionally speaking. Thank you very much for staying tuned to the channel. Kindly subscribe to this channel for more wonderful content that will be of use to you. Tremendous use, I'm very sure. And make sure you drop your comments, like and share widely. So today there are new realities that are coming up in terms of family formation, in terms of how people live their life. And these are elements of industrialization, postmodernization. There is the new phenomenon of single parenting in unique ways. In unique ways because there's always been single parenting issue, but there is aggravation now. We have this issue of people living alone with their children without a spouse for different reasons. So that's why I titled this video, How to Cope and Succeed as a Single Mother. You know, it's a very interesting issue. You know, I'm a professional, fundamentally speaking. I'm a sociologist, fundamentally speaking. And society is the laboratory of sociology. So, and we are also very interested in social change. We are interested in patterns. Sociologists we don't go to sleep. Once we see patterns emerging in society, once we see a phenomenon becoming social reality, we begin to ask questions so that we don't have social problems on our hands. So that's why I'm looking at this issue. Somebody may say, why single mothers? But the new reality is that we are having single parenting in a new way. And this can affect the children, affect the parent that is single, and affect the society at large. That's why, and now we have more women becoming single parents for different reasons. Some are on their account, unfortunately, regrettably, because of the death of their loved one, the spouse. Some of them, just by design, on the account of industrialization, career, work, urbanization, they simply say, I want to take care of my children alone. Some of them go into marriage intentionally exiting it. Some don't even want to go into marriage, they simply have a child or children and believe they can take care of their children themselves. They don't want to stay with any man. Also, we have the issue of the baby mamas. And we also have, you know, the story was told about some women who also, though their husbands, their spouses are still alive, they consider themselves widows. That's on the latter Monday, you know, the story was told about a woman who went to a function, an empowerment program, and it's okay, widows should come out for empowerment, for some things, for gifts and some other handouts. And the woman stepped out, and the husband was in the audience. The husband ran after the woman and said, why are you going out? I'm still alive. The woman said, well, what kind of alive are you? You don't play any part on the children. You don't play any role, even on me, in terms of care. So I consider myself widow. So I consider myself single. So let me go and take whatever is going to be given. That's an extreme case. But I'm just saying there are situations that put people in single motherhood. I'm not encouraging entitlement in terms of maybe I'm encouraging women to continue to be alone, to be single. I'm giving them capacity to remain single. No, what I'm saying is that this is a new reality. Some women are becoming single mothers, some on the account of death of spouses. So they decide not to remarry, they stay on their own because they believe they can take care of their children more effectively than getting remarried. And there are those who just, on the account of their work, on the account of their career, some other reasons, there are many, decide to just stay on their own and take care of their children. Some because of gender-based violence. Some they decide to just be separated because of abusive spouse. Some by design, some not by design. So, but it's a reality that is very common now. So I just want to build the capacity of single mothers to know that life goes on and they must still achieve their life goals, which is very important. It's not only in marriage or affectionate relationship that people can achieve their life goals. So if you are a single mother, okay, you are welcome to this video. Number one thing you have to know is that you have to accept the reality that, okay, you are a single mother, and be prepared for it mentally. Do not allow it to affect your mental health negatively. Be strong, be bold. You are going to succeed. Just be mindful and be realistic that, okay, this is the reality I found myself, I am. So take that consciousness to yourself. Number 2 point I will mention is that don't ever allow stigma to affect you. I know there is a lot of stigmatization about being single mothers. Some consider them irresponsible. Some consider them some will even say they are harlots. Why shouldn't they remarry? There are issues and pressures. If the husband has died, there are pressures from the relatives of the dead spouse. Sometimes in terms of widow inheritance, sometimes it's about property sharing, sometimes it's about a number of other pressures. So, stigmatization. Say any single mother is a prostitute. It's not true. It's just because of excessive traditionalization, excessive religiosity, and lack of exposure, ignorance that will make you think because somebody is a single woman or a single mother, so is irresponsible. No, she's irresponsible. No. I told you by design. I've studied a lot of single mothers, and I've come to discover that different people have different reasons that they remain single. So don't let people's sentiment get at you. Don't allow stigmatization to affect you. And don't allow the reality to weigh you down. And keep your mental health intact. This is very important. Be solid, be positive. Another thing I want to mention is the fact that you have to continually build capacity. It's a demanding experience. It's a demanding reality. Now, to be a single mother, you don't have to take care of yourself, the children. So you have to build wealth generating capacity. And that is very possible now within the postmodern economy. What a man can do, a woman can do, even better now if you are decided. So hold yourself together, learn a trade if you don't have any, learn a skill if you don't have any, be apprentice if you like, get more education, go into business, establish your business yourself and generate income. Do not have entitlement mentality. Don't go and be begging around. Don't turn yourself to a nuisance. If people bring help, if you like, you collect, but don't be entitled. Don't have entitlement or dependent mentality. Have independent mentality that you can do it and you will survive well. You need your respect. Carry yourself with dignity and respect. So don't be entitled. Don't see it as the end of the world to now become so dependent, so entitled. No. Carry yourself with dignity. There is dignity in labor. Even being a single mother can be a thing of the pride, if you like, or of pride, if you like. I've seen many single mothers whose husband died, or for one or two reasons, and they become very prosperous. They become somebody to even look up to, building empires, building houses, buying cars, sending their children to good schools, and they are doing very well. If they don't tell you, if you're not close to them, you won't even know that they don't have husband. So they even do better than some that have husbands. So because we have a terrible husband, it can even be a problem rather than blessing. So build capacity, build wealth generating competencies and networks that can help you. Meanwhile, beware of predators. Single mothers are also very vulnerable. There are so many people who want to take advantage of them, especially some men, some irresponsible men think that they are vulnerable. So beware of predators. Be careful of seeking help in dangerous places, in precarious places. If you want to seek help, let it be mutually beneficial in a way that it does not compromise your dignity, your self-respect. So your being single mother does not mean that you should be taken advantage of. There are so many predators out there who want to take advantage of you. Some come like helpers, eventually they prey on you, take advantage of you, take all you've got left. They can even take your property. They can even take the inheritance that you have from maybe your parents or your former husband. So be careful and let nobody tell you that you can't make it. You can make it, even as a single mother. Then be firm with the children. Don't let them believe that because you are a single mother, then they become very wayward, very unreasonable. Be fair. Draw boundaries, set boundaries, and enforce your boundaries. There are so many ways a single mothers can. I've seen so many single mothers get results. Their children turn out to be very well behaved, and they do well, and they perform. Even so, there are some children from single mothers who perform better than children from where they have husband and wives. So, husbands or wives in those families, different families I'm mentioning here. So, it doesn't matter because you are single mothers or children, you can't control them. No, just be fair. Adopt what I call carrot and stick approach in parenting. Reward and sanction. Reinforce positive behaviors and punish negative behaviors. Be fair. Draw boundaries, draw lines, and let them know I'm the father, I am the mother here, and you must start early. That's very important. Now, I want to tell you this very importantly based on my research. I did a research on single parenting, and I've studied families a lot. So I want you to take this very seriously. If you're a single mother, you may need a father figure for those children. And this father figure does not mean you have to remarry by force. You can let them have mentors as men. These mentors who are men must be people that you trust, people you respect, and carefully let them mentor those children. Because sometimes it gets to some point that they need father figures. There was a time I was talking to one lady of recent, and even at different times, I've spoken to some guys also who were trained by single mothers. So this guy and this lady, at different times, they have problems, and they came to me on the account of being a lecturer and a life coach and a mentor to so many. And as I was engaging with them, taking them something they can do in terms of their life plans, life chances, and their life goals, and they broke down different times, and they started crying. I said, "Why are you crying?" I said, "Excuse me, sir, all these things you were telling me, these are things I should have known long ago, but there was no father figure, there was no man who could put me through. It's only my mom." And that sometimes there's a little a woman can do when children begin to grow. I'm not saying that's always true, but I believe if you have father figure that can help you mentor them, responsible, successful people with pedigree, with integrity, self-respect, high value, you can let them have the father figures to sometimes when they want to pass their boundary, you report to the person. They need male opinions on some very live issues. You can get input from that individual to tell them, or you can even introduce them to the individual to help you to help you mentor them. So that then draws a boundary around them so that they don't miss outrightly the father figure. Because sincerely, it gets to a point that the father figure issue may come up, or you may notice at some point, especially when they are becoming adults. Sometimes you need something like this. But just build your capacity, build your network. Don't join networks of women who are single but are not responsible. No, so you don't have to join networks of single mothers. No, just simply build networks around yourself of decent, responsible people with excellent behavior, excellent performance, excellent outcome in life. And know fully well, I can assure you, you can succeed, you can make it. I have thousands of cases of women who are single, and they are making it very fantastically. So let nobody tell you and say, okay, maybe, or people deal with you. We have verbal communication and non-verbal communication, or people showing you attitude. Just ignore such people. You don't want such people around you in the first instance. But just hold yourself together, carry yourself with dignity and respect. Nobody should prey on you. Nobody should take advantage of you. Don't be entitled. Be realistic and maintain your mental health, and you will be fine. I believe single motherhood is not death sentence. It's not death sentence, and it's not something to be stigmatized about. You will make it, and you can succeed. So these four broadly within my cluster of achieving life goals within micro sociology and sociology of the family, I have sociology of development. So it's about single parenting. Today I've been speaking about single mothers. I will do another video on single fathers sometimes in the future. Thank you very much. Like this, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel for wonderful content. Until I see you next time, you must be your best, regardless of situation.